Hello friends and welcome back to Chrissy's Wig Room. My name is Chrissy. Thank you so much for joining me today for a look at two colors in one style. This is Gabor's Ready For It, and this is in the color RL410SS, which is Shaded Ice Java. This is my favorite brunette in the Raquel Welch line, and I was super excited to see that Gabor is now making heat-friendly styles with the same color codes as Raquel Welch. And it's no surprise, since they are manufactured by the same company, that would be the case. But I am absolutely in love with the style. I decided to pick it up in two colors after I saw several other people review it. I couldn't resist. And I especially had to have it when I found out that they had this color, or this style, in the color RL410SS, because that's Shaded Ice Java. And that is my favorite color in Raquel Welch. I've had it in many different styles. I had it in Stroke of Genius, in Shaded Ice Java. I've had it in Mesmerized. I have it in Well Played. I want to get it in the Stay the Night. I want the Raquel Welch Stay the Night, which is like the hand-tied version. So it's my favorite color in that line. It's a beautiful, beautiful dark, rich brown, which is your 4, and then it has a 10 highlight, which is a lighter brown that's mixed very naturally throughout the style. And then it's the soft shades, which just means it has a soft shades root. Now this new Ready For It was new for spring of 2023. It's a gorgeous style that Gabor came out with, and I was super excited to see it because Gabor is always a company that I have struggled with finding a style that I like. I picked up a couple of styles when I first started wearing wigs back in 2019, but I could just never find something that was me, that I really loved. And as we all know, the wig community and the wig manufacturers have come a long way, and they continue to come a long way in making styles that we all want and that we're all asking for, which I'm grateful for. But Gabor was always just something I just could never find a style that I loved, like I did with John Renault and Raquel Welch and Renee of Paris. It was always just one of those manufacturers where I just couldn't find something. Now there was the one color, I think it's called Toasted Pecan. I really loved that color when I was first started wearing wigs. But again, I just couldn't find a style that I could fall in love with. This style is absolutely amazing. If you love a mid-length style with lots of body, with lots of volume, that feels lightweight, I highly recommend it. This is part of their luxury collection. It was new for 2023, and when I saw it, I just knew I had to have it because it just looked like a me kind of style. It's got this beautiful romantic curl pattern, beautiful wave pattern. Oh, I love it. I love it. So let's do a quick spin. This is the RL410SS. And I've had this one out of the box. Now I'm going to show you the second color I still have in the box. So I'm going to show you that. This one I've had out of the box for some time, and I've had it, I've sprayed it down with some water to really waken it up. And I've had it upside down in my wig closet, which is how I keep most of my wigs, especially my curly styles. I like to keep them upside down because it really helps with the movement. It just helps wake the fibers up. You really just have to get in there and make it your own style. And it helps so much when you get it out of the box. So again, I'm sure many of you have seen the RL410SS. It's an amazing, amazing color. And I love the new Gabor tags. Gabor Luxury Designer Series Ready For It. It's average cap size, and it's in GF410SS Soft Shades Iced Java. So this is the True to Life Heat Friendly Synthetic Hair. This is the same True to Life Heat Friendly fibers that we see on Raquel Welch. And I think that they have done a fantastic job, Gabor, making this style. So let's look at the inside cap. So for the inside cap for Gabor, we've got the Gabor name tag. It's got the True to Life Heat Friendly Synthetic Hair tag, and then a personal fit tag there. They've also put the GF410SS in there, which I love because, as I've stated, many of us don't keep it in the box. And so, you know, when you have a large wig collection, you might want to know, if you forget, you might want to know what the shade of your wig is. So we have the open wefted sides and back, lots of stretch. You've got the Velcro strap adjusters. I always cinch mine in to about right there. And then we have the beautiful lace front. It does run temple to temple, so the lace front goes all the way back into the ear tabs, and we've got a beautiful monofilament cap there. So you can definitely style that anywhere that you want. And I feel like the hair just moves beautifully. But the 10 is just a very soft, light, like a light brown mixed in there. And Gabor and Raquel Welch as well, do their highlights so well that it's mixed very finely, I guess you could say. So there's nothing chunky. And like I said, I think back when I was in my 20s, I liked a chunkier highlight. But now that I'm 40, I prefer something a little more natural. So I still like a natural highlight. I don't always want to wear just straight black. But since I only wear brunettes anymore, that's just my comfort zone. And it's what I feel comfortable in my day-to-day life. I do like some brunettes that have some, either red tones or some other colors. So let's grab the one that I have in the box. I wanted to show you this box because it looks, this is the Gabor Luxury Designer Series. And doesn't that box with the green like that, doesn't that just look luxurious? I mean, the box in itself speaks luxury. Now, this is the other color that I got, and this is Ready For It in the color GF630, which is copper mahogany. I had seen a few other people review the GF630, and I thought, well, I got to try that because it's still dark enough. The 6 is still a dark brown, so it comes like this. You got really luxurious packaging, typical packaging. The wig is secured in there very nicely. And I was just so excited about this because, it's always great when you see a manufacturer that you could never really find a style that you like, finally making a style that is going to work, I think, for so many people. And they also came out with a couple other styles as well that are a little bit shorter. But this is, so basically GF630, this is going to be your medium brown, but you do have that 30 highlight in there. So the 30 highlight is basically an auburn. You've got an auburn in there, and it's just really pretty. So it reminds me, this color here reminds me a lot of the Renee of Paris Ginger Brown, which I really, really love. So it's kind of a lighter brown, but you've got that auburn tone mixed in there. So this is Ready For It in GF630 Copper Mahogany. And that's a really good color name for it too, because you've got the mahogany in there with the dark brown, but then you got the copper kind of over top of it. But again, the highlights are just done beautifully because there's nothing that's chunky, there's nothing, it's just a super natural highlight, as you can tell here. It just looks like you went to the salon. This really reminds me of going to the salon, having a fresh haircut, and then having them blow dry your hair. That was always my favorite part. I used to go to the salon in my 20s about every month, and I would get blonde highlights added to my bio hair, my brunette hair. And I would spend like $250, $300 every month on that, and I loved it. But it ruined my hair over time because all that coloring, constantly coloring, it made my weak bio hair that much weaker and that much more fragile and thinner. But my favorite part of going to the salon after, of course, they wash your hair and then you sit there while it's coloring and while it sets up. My favorite part was always the end where they would blow dry it. I just loved it. There's nothing like having somebody blow dry your hair. It feels so good when somebody else does it. I hated blow drying my own hair, because you got to hold your hand up like this. That's why wigs are such a blessing for so many of us, because we no longer have to stand there and, mess with the blow dryer and oh my gosh, and then go out into the humidity like it is here in Kansas and you have the frizz. And now we can just literally put our makeup on, which can be stressful. For some of us, that can be stressful getting that right. But then we can just throw the hair that we want on. And that's the most amazing part, the freedom that wigs bring to have any color, any style, any length that you want, any curl pattern that you want. It's there at the tip of your hands. And I think that we're so blessed and so fortunate to have not just one or two options, but so many options. And there's so many more options that are constantly coming out. So I truly find that amazing. And that is what wigs have done for me. I used to literally hate my hair. And when I say hate my hair, I mean that wholeheartedly. I mean, that is that is absolutely no lie. I used to stand there and just want to rip my hair, my bio hair out, because it would tangle so bad at the bottom that I couldn't even get a comb, a brush through the top of my head to the bottom, because there would be these rats, and then I would end up just having to cut the rat out, because you could never get, no matter how much conditioning I did, no matter how many different shampoos I tried, believe me, I tried them all, I could never get the comb or the brush to brush through, and it would just rat. And then every time I would wash it again, it would get worse, and it would get worse. And it got to a point where, you know, you'd go out in the world and you'd see these beautiful women with this long, thick, luscious hair, and you're like, how come I don't have that? And, you know, they were probably, a lot of them were probably wearing wigs, and we just didn't know, because I never even knew that there was a world of wigs out there, or that, I think I was under the stipulation that a lot of people are, that you can only wear them if you have cancer. But that's where those of us that are now wearing wigs and reviewing and showing them to you, we're breaking that, you know, that stipulation. We're breaking that thought process to show that it doesn't matter. You can have thin hair, you can have thick hair, but if you just want to not have the stress of a bad hair day, this is the way to go. I think wigs are fascinating. I think they're amazing. They really... they're fun to play with too, because you can style them, you can comb them, you can, there's something to me so relaxing about coming home, taking the wig off, and going through the process of conditioning it and spraying it down with the different, you know, conditioners, or even washing it. I recently got into washing wigs now, which I'd been too scared to do, because my first experience with washing a wig just didn't go right, like probably for many of us. But now that I've gotten the right, I think a lot of it too was I was inexperienced and I didn't have any really good wig shampoo and conditioners, where now I've got, you know, the ones that are highly recommended by everybody out there. And so that really helps. I think just like anything in life, having the right product will go a long way. If you have a product that just isn't, you know, the cheapest product out there, it's probably not going to make your wig feel good. And so my first experience with washing a wig was terrible. The wig came out all frizzy and it just looked bad, and I don't know what happened. I think I ended up throwing the wig out. Honestly, it was like one of the first wigs I had bought, and I wanted to know what it was like to wash it, but I just really didn't have a good, it was like a cheap shampoo and conditioner that I had bought on Amazon, wasn't really high quality. But now that I've been washing 2, 3, 4 wigs lately, using the really high quality products, they've been turning out beautifully. I love how the fibers turn out soft, and then when I mix it with the Renew and Repair and the Tressolure leave-in conditioner, it really makes a difference in these wigs. So having the right products, also having the right styles, finally figuring out, it's only taken me 4 years to figure out what colors I like. And now that I know what colors I like, what styles I like, it does make the wig buying process a lot less stressful, because you feel confident, like, okay, I'm buying these 2 wigs, and these are colors that I know I love, and this is curl patterns that I know I love, and this is styles that I know I love. Where in the past, it was like I was just buying anything, blondes and reds and this style and that style, and none of the styles were really me. I was just trying things because everybody was doing it, and it's addicting and it's fun and you want to try it all. But the bottom line is, I finally now, after 4 years, I started doing this in 2019, we're now in 2023, I finally really figured out what's me. Like this style, I love it. The colors that I really love, the colors that I gravitate towards, because you'll know when a style is right for you when you pick it up at least a couple times a week and you wear it. If it's a style that's just sitting there and you're not wearing it, then you probably don't love it. Same thing with colors. If it's a color that you're constantly reaching for, you find yourself, yeah, I'm going to wear that today. Yeah, I'm going to wear that today. Then it's probably the right color for you. So let me just say, the wig journey is not easy, but I think it's well worth it. It's very expensive. It can be very time consuming, but once you find, if you can stick in there and really find the right colors and the right styles for you, I think you will be so pleased, because you will always have the freedom to just grab whatever hairstyle you want and go out the door. Whether you want something simple, whether you want something more glamorous, whether you want something just laid back, you're always going to have, once you build your wig wardrobe with the colors and styles that suit you best, you will always have something that you can feel beautiful in when you walk out that door. And so I just say, coming from a person who almost gave up, like I said, I financially, let's just say financially, I went way in the hole. I spent over $50,000 buying wigs since 2019. and I put it all on credit cards, and now I'm working on getting out of that mess. But it's not cheap. It's not cheap because I have always had to buy them myself. Um, there is nobody just handing them to you saying, here, try all these. So it gets very, very expensive. And I hope that by the wig reviews that I do, that it does help some of you maybe cut down on a little bit of that when you're trying to buy, because it does get very expensive, and it can get very discouraging when you keep buying them and it's just not the right style for you. And it seems like I tried pretty much every color out there since 2019, so I finally gotten the ones that I know I love. So now when a new style comes out, if I know that's a style that I love, I only buy it in the color that I know I'm going to love. And I've also gotten better at returning styles. If I get a style that I just know I don't like, return it immediately. Or if I get a style that the curl pattern is just not the way it should be, send it back, get something else. Where before I just wouldn't do that, and I'd keep it, and then I'd end up being stuck with it. So there's a lot to learn with wigs. It's a huge, huge learning process. Please don't give up. Don't be hard on yourself, because I know I have been. I honestly didn't think I would feel that way. I know many people felt that way a lot earlier in their wig journey. For me, that discouragement didn't really hit me until I realized what a financial hole I was in. What a mess I was in. The fact that I couldn't even buy a new wig when I wanted to. That's when the discouragement really sets in. Or just not finding the style that you really want. Or seeing all these human hairstyles and realizing, how in the world do people pay $1,800 for one wig? I mean, that's more than half my paycheck. So I'm like, I can't do that. And so I was wanting to try the human hair thing, but I'm sticking with synthetics for a number of reasons. What I'm finding out is that with human hair, it's just like human hair. They frizz, the color fades, and there's a lot more maintenance and upkeep than I even realized. They're super soft. They're beautiful fibers, but I don't want to pay, even $600-700 to have something that's going to fade, that I'm going to have to spend more time coloring, and the upkeep. I truly have discovered that synthetics are my favorite because the color stays true no matter how much you wash it, and the curl pattern stays baked in. That is the best part about synthetic wigs, is that whatever style you have, unless it's heat friendly, with heat friendly, you can straighten those. But then if you straighten it, it's very hard to get the curl pattern back. So typically I keep them the way they come. I don't like to change what it is. If I want a straight style, I'll just, go out and buy a straight style and then keep that. But there's a lot to it. But what I've come to realize is that I think synthetics are honestly the way to go. I mean, yes, they are more disposable, and yes, you do have to purchase them more frequently. But I just like having a variety of different styles. I like the fact that the curl pattern is always there. I like the fact that the colors are so much more vibrant. And I think for me, having vibrant color is really important to me. And for me, I don't have much time. I have one day off a week, typically. So for me, time is of the essence because I live a very busy schedule. So, human hair, it's just too much. It's just too much. I'm glad I got to experience it. It's something that I really did want to experience, but I'm finding out that it would just be too much work. I think it would remind me too much of the frustrations that I experienced with my bio hair when I did have bio hair, and I don't want to go back to that. But I think everybody should experience a human hair wig, and you decide for yourself if that's what you want, because for some people it works great. And if you have the money and resources to do that, that's wonderful. For me, it would just be too time consuming and it would cost too much. I would rather have 4 or 5 different styles for that $1,000 and be able to switch between those 4 or 5 different styles, because then I have something new to wear all the time. That's just more how I am. I think that's how I live my life anyway. Pretty much even in other things. I like wearing a different outfit every day. You'll never see me in the same outfit twice typically. I mean, if it's something that I really love, I'll usually wear it multiple times, but you'll always see me in something different. That's just how I like to live my life. So I guess that goes along with the wig world too. Just something different. It's fun to change it up. It makes you feel like a new person, I guess, all the time. You just kind of feel like you're a new person, and you can be confident in the hair that you're wearing and live your best hair life and live your best hair dreams. Like I said, hair is something that I always struggled with, and I know many of you do too. And so for me, just having the hair of my dreams has really helped my confidence factor a lot, because I can go out in the world and I don't feel like, oh my God, they're looking at my hair. Oh my God, they're looking at my bald spot in the back. You know, all that stuff that we as women worry about. I can go out confidently and feel like this is my hair, and it is my hair, because whatever hair you choose to wear on that day is your hair. And that's why we all say, you know, make it your hair. Put headbands in it, put clips in it, wear it, and make it your best hair life, because we only get one life, and life is short. Many of you that have known me for a long time know what I've been through. I've lost my dad at 26. I lost my mom at 34. I lost my husband at 33. So I, of all people, know that life is short. We're not promised tomorrow. Nobody is. And so we need to live life. We need to live our best life. My way of living my best life is with hair. And I guess that's why I really just didn't care how much it financially cost me, because I also know how life is short. So I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun, because I don't have children. I don't have anything else. I have my hair and what I have. And so for me, it's just wearing a different hairstyle every day and having fun, because that's what I have. And it can be fun. You know, it really can be fun, but it can also be very expensive. As I've said, I went into a lot of debt for it. And the sad thing is, most of those wigs I don't have anymore because they weren't right for me. If only we could turn the table back and turn the clock back and, you know, just know what we know now. But that's how every learning journey is. Every curve, every journey has its ups and downs, and we learn through everything that we go through. Everything that we go through brings us something that we can learn from. And I have learned a lot on my wig journey, for sure. So I hope that this is helpful. I'm sorry that I've talked a lot. I just wanted to share my heart with you, and let you know that you're not alone. If you're feeling frustrated in your wig journey, just know that you're not alone. Because like I said, it only took me 3 years to feel this way. And this year is where I was really starting to feel discouraged, because of the fact that I had just gotten into so much debt, and then just feeling like the fibers are dry, and, you know, why is everybody talking about human hair, but I can't afford it, you know, on and on and on. But I think we have some real gems here in the wig world and in the synthetic wig world. The fact that we have so many heat-friendly options, regular synthetic options, and that they keep coming out with more. It's really an exciting time to be in right now in the wig community, to see everything, and I can't even wait to see what they're going to come out with next. So I hope that you guys are as excited about the wig journey as I am. It really brings joy to me, and it's therapeutic to me to wear wigs and to live my best hair life. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining in today. If you're new to my channel, I appreciate you stopping in and watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments below. I would love to know in the comments, what are some of your favorite fall hairstyles to wear? We're in the fall season right now. Fall is one of my absolute favorite times of year. I just love the cocoa and the apple cider and the pumpkin spice, and I love all of that. So I'd love to know, what is some of your favorite fall styles that you like to wear, as far as the style, and also your favorite fall colors, because there's so many beautiful ones. This is probably my favorite time of year actually to wear wigs, because you can really get out all the rich colors and just have fun with it. So I'll be excited to hear what you love wearing this time of year. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all very soon in the next video. Bye.